Hi everybody, Mr. Ruley here with today's edition of Storytime. I am so excited. We are going to start reading Dragon Masters Book 1, Rise of the Earth Dragon. All right, so we're going to start with chapter 1 today of this book. Now, remember, when I get into a book, what I really like to do is just get a couple of context clues about the book before we jump into it. Now, think about it kind of like when you're going to run a marathon. You first want to warm up your muscles so that you do better when you're running. Now, reading is kind of like a marathon for your mind. It's a lot of work. So you want to warm up that brain and kind of get into reading before you start just tackling a whole big bunch of text. So one of the things I like to do is, obviously we look at the title. Let me get rid of that image here. We look at the title. Then, I look at the pictures in the front of the book, and that helps me understand what the book might be about. And I make a couple of predictions. All right, so I see Dragon Masters. Now, I could probably safely assume this is going to be about dragons. And of course, I see a dragon on the front cover here, and it says Rise of the Earth Dragon, so pretty safe assumption to make that kind of a prediction. Now, I also see a young boy here on the front cover, and looking at the title Dragon Masters, I'm thinking this might be a book about somebody who trains a dragon. Now, I might not be totally accurate about that, but that's okay. All that matters is that we're thinking it through to start. Now, I also like to look at a couple of the pictures here and maybe kind of see what's going on. So, I look at this, and it looks like there's a farm there, and it looks like, maybe a medieval kind of house. So I think it might be set in the past, or at least a different, kind of a place here. Then I see, he's got an onion here in this picture, and I see a horseback rider in the background, and I don't see like a modern city or anything. So again, I can think this maybe takes place either in the past, or maybe if it's dealing with dragons, maybe in an alternate reality kind of thing. All right. So now that we've done a little bit of warm up here for our brains, let's jump into the book and read. Chapter 1. To the castle. Drake didn't see the king's soldier coming. Okay, so I've got a name now. So I know that Drake is probably going to be an important person in this book, and maybe it's even that character on the front. Drake didn't see the king's soldier coming. He was busy digging in the onion patch. He pulled out a fat white onion. A worm crawled on it. Drake didn't mind the worm. He was the son of a farmer. His family had been growing onions in the kingdom of Bracken forever. Okay, let's pause. Now I've got some more information. I know we have Drake. I know he comes from a farming family. They farm onions. And I also saw this kingdom of Bracken. So that might give me a sense of where the story takes place, or the setting. All right, back to the book. He would spend his life digging up onions, whether he wanted to or not. Drake picked up the worm. "Hello, little guy," he said. Then he put the worm back in the dirt. "Are you Drake?" a loud voice asked behind him. Drake jumped and turned around. One of the king's soldiers rode up on a black horse. He had a yellow beard. His shirt had a gold dragon sewn on it, the symbol of King Roland the Bold. All right, let's pause. Now I'm thinking that we have another character we need to pay attention to. King Roland the Bold. Let's keep that in our minds. "Yes, I'm Drake," Drake said, his voice shaking. "Soldiers never came to the fields, not unless a farmer was in trouble." The soldier rode up to Drake. He reached down and pulled him up onto his horse. "Hey, what are you doing?" Drake yelled. The soldier didn't answer. Drake's mother ran out of their hut. "Wait, where are you taking my boy?" she yelled. "To King Roland," the soldier said. Drake's heart jumped a little. He had always wanted to meet the king. "But he's only 8, his mother yelled. She marched up to the horse. All right, how old is Drake? That's right, Drake is 8 years old. So that's another piece of information. Ooh, this is a cool picture. Look at it. It has the map of the whole kingdom there. So I see the farm, the roads that lead up to the palace. "The king has chosen him," the soldier said. "Chosen me for what?" Drake wondered. He knew better than to ask the soldier questions. Peasants like Drake weren't allowed to speak unless spoken to. It's kind of weird. "The king will take good care of him," the soldier said. Then he spurred on the horse and sped off. "Drake, do as the king says," his mother called out. Drake had never been on a horse before. He held on tight. Drake's heart pumped fast as they raced through the village. They raced over the stone bridge. Finally, they stopped in front of King Roland's castle. See all that going on down there? The soldier helped Drake climb down from the horse. He opened the castle door and gave Drake a shove. They passed paintings and statues and people in fancy clothes. The soldier stomped behind Drake as they walked through the halls. Drake wanted to look at everything, but the soldier gave him a push whenever he slowed down. Then they came to some stairs. They walked down, down, down. The soldier stopped at the door. "Where are we going?" Drake finally asked. "We are not going anywhere," the soldier said. "Good luck." Then he ran back up the stairs. "Hey, what do you mean?" Drake yelled. But he was all alone. Drake looked at the big stone door. He felt afraid, but more than that, he was curious. He pushed it open and saw the face of a giant red dragon. Drake blinked. He didn't believe his eyes. Then whoosh, the dragon shot a huge fireball from his mouth. Uh-oh, folks. What do you predict will happen next? Well, stay tuned next time for Chapter 2. Thank you so much for letting me read Chapter 1, Dragon Masters, Rise of the Earth Dragon. I look forward to reading this whole book with you folks. All right, everybody. Take good care. Have a great day.